Welcome back to the Cryptoviser podcast. Today we're exploring Aptos yet again. I posted a video just a few days ago called I'm Buying Aptos. We were exploring the Aptos ecosystem, and in that video, I was very impressed by where Aptos is. As you guys know, Aptos is in a very kind of similar situation I kind of view as Internet Computer, because Internet Computer launched in 2021. It was pushed down significantly in valuation by, I believe, a lot of FTX manipulation in the markets. And about 1 or 2 months before FTX collapsed, when they were trying to raise $1 billion to buy out BlockFi and save them from bankruptcy, obviously FTX was also bankrupt, we saw Aptos launching, and it seemed to be heavily backed by FTX, which made me a little bit concerned about the project. But here we are a few years later, and we're kind of past all of that. And through the bear market, it seems like Aptos builders continue to build. And it seems like the price is kind of resetting to where we were a few years ago when the coin launched. You can see the coin launched in 2022 in the middle of October at about a $7.30 price. And you can see we're at about $9.86. Just in the last month or so, right around the Bitcoin halving of 2024, we bottomed out at around 850. So very close to the all-time record low. And whenever we reach all-time record lows, especially in first cycle assets like Aptos or like Internet Computer, this is when I start to pay attention, because the interest is now the same, at least from a valuation perspective, than it was when the coin launched. So effectively, we're resetting where the coin is. Now, some of this also has to do with the circulating supply increasing. Typically, during the first few years of a coin launching, you get a lot of unlocks of coins or vesting periods where coins get released and then people can hold or sell. But again, if we're at prices that we were at launch, why would somebody who's been holding for a few years sell it now? And so that's kind of part of my thesis and strategy. But then also looking at what actual deployments of technology we're seeing within the Aptos ecosystem. And since I did that video just a few weeks ago, already Aptos has struck a partnership with Microsoft, Brevin Howard, and SK Telecom. And that's not all. There's a lot more, because Sony and DreamWorks employees are also using Aptos. And that's what we're going to be covering in today's video. Why I'm even more bullish on Aptos. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. We upload every single day of the year, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. That way you never miss a new video. And remember, nothing I say is financial advice. These are just my opinion, strategy, and thesis on the market. I could be wrong about anything and everything that I talk about. Moving right along, Aptos has struck this new DeFi partnership deal. So what in the Aptos is going on here? Aptos Labs, the developer behind Aptos, said that they're collaborating with Microsoft, Brevin Howard, and South Korean wireless telecom operator SK Telecom to offer institutions a gateway into DeFi. The partnership will offer Aptos Ascend, which is a suite of end-to-end institutional solutions like regulatory requirement help, tools to maintain accounts and transaction privacy, and embedded features for know your customer checks. They continue saying this comes as the number of layer ones attempting to bridge the gap between DeFi and large institutions. Avalanche, Near, and others have all announced enterprise collaborations with an attempt to ramp this up. Microsoft Azure and Azure OpenAI will be used for the financial suite offering from Aptos. Brevin Howard's involvement will include tapping into industry leadership and expertise to develop potential opportunities for institutions to offer digital asset management and or offerings to their clients, according to their statements. They said in collaboration with SK Telecom, Brevin Howard, and Microsoft, Aptos Ascend will provide the world financial institutions, banks, and tech-forward money markets with performant, compliant, secure, and scalable gateway to DeFi on Aptos that will evolve for years to come. They said in August that Aptos is leveraging Microsoft infrastructure to deploy new offerings that combine AI and blockchain, including a new chatbot called Aptos Assist. Keep in mind, Aptos Labs was founded by former Meta employees. And potentially one of those former Meta employees, I'm not 100% sure, but is the head of ecosystem at Aptos, Neil. And he wrote on X the other day, Former DreamWorks and former Sony creatives are launching animated IP games on Aptos, and linked to this game called Ambitious Dirt, saving the world one scrub at a time. Creatives from DreamWorks and Sony are bringing you an epic animated Aptos NFT drop in game coming in 2024. And they posted this on their X page right around the halving of 2024. It says, "Hey everyone, say hello to the newest sponge superheroes ready to save the world one scrub at a time. Keep an eye out for more info over the next few weeks." And so again, right, this is just more usage of the blockchain, more interest in the Aptos ecosystem. And clearly, if we have some creatives, and this is just NFT projects, which is not so exciting, but understanding that they're building, that they're doing things to grow the ecosystem of Aptos. Now, if we want to understand the full development, we have to look at the Aptos dashboards. So if we look at all-time active addresses on Aptos, there's 14.4 million all-time cumulative transactions on Aptos, 540 million. Total or year-to-date active addresses cumulative is 5.6 million. Year-to-date cumulative transaction volume is 157 million. Now, when I look at this, right, I'm trying to understand, like, is this network growing? Does it actually have a user base? Apparently it does, right? I mean, we're about 4 months, almost 5 months into the year. So that's about 4 full months is about 120 days. So if we divide 157, 798, 730, this is the total number of transactions year to date, and we divide that by about 120 days. And it comes out to about 1.3 million transactions per day, which is very in line with a lot of the other major blockchain ecosystems. I mean, if we just do the math again on that, I should have held it open. So if we divide that by 120 days and then divide that by 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and 60 seconds in a minute, they're at about 15 transactions per second, approximately. And that's fairly in line with a lot of the other blockchains. We just did a video the other day that Base, when I'm recording this video around, is about 30 to 50 transactions per second. And so, yeah, the past 30-day transaction count, 51 million. So that's, again, a little bit over a million a day, almost 2 million a day. And you could see that the active addresses has been increasing over the last few months. Daily Aptos transaction count. Since about the middle of 2023, we've been seeing growth here. So that means that probably a lot of deployments in preparation for the bull market is what I would anticipate and guess. But yeah, I mean, listen, I still don't own Aptos at the time that I'm recording this video. In my previous video, I said under $10 I would revisit, and now we're under $10 and we're revisiting. And I still do think that it's investable. I think I'm going to probably wait a little bit further to a floor to be formed, not just in Aptos, but the overall crypto market and overall equity markets as well. Because you can see this huge run up from October where Aptos was about $5 and we're now basically still double that. And we ran up to almost 4x that. So it's still big moves and also a big move to the downside. And there may be more move to the downside. And that's kind of what I'm waiting to kind of monitor and see when the Federal Reserve, I think, announces that they're going to cut rates. That's probably going to be the green indicator to start buying, even though the market may still go down after they announce that they cut rates, because the market's still freaking out like, wait, why are they cutting rates? Are things worse than it actually is in the overall economy? Anyway, those are my thoughts about Aptos. I really want to hear from you down below in the comments. Are you an Aptos fan? Do you think that it should not be really covered on this channel or invested in? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up while you're down there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Crypto on.